Hey people, Indra here, 3v3, Fend Unlock Winter. Blue team, we got some Space Marine fellas. First up, default tonight as an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat. By default begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura alongside DarkAngel's Force Commander, a versatile frontline hero fighting in melee bringing support and disruption. Not using the DarkAngel scheme though, what's going on there? Rounding off the blue fellas is Besik 3v3 with a Kommando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins with a twin link shooter. Red team, some Eldar fellas, TheOrangeMuppet as a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default, great for capping and harassing, some powerful control alongside Ol'Smithy as a Farseer support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control, throwing guide on those guardians. This is the same Han elite scheme with the fur. I wonder what it's the fur of. Rounding off the teams, Sidorovich as a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. On the east-south corner against that sneaky Kommando. Meanwhile in the mid, Howling Banshees in amongst some Tactical Marines, get some good specials going. A battle-crying Force Commander in there. There's guide again on the Banshees now. Can they get another Marine? Force Commander still chasing him. Farseer takes the garrison so that the scouts can't get inside. Tricks a little Farseer. The scouts then run. So I think they killed one Marine and one scout. Not too bad. Force Commander also flees. Howling Banshees backing up to base now. Guardians capping central VP. And this is OrangeMuppet. Maybe pushing towards the VP here. No, he's rotating mid again. And now we have Tactical Marines and Shotgun Scouts for default knight. Not sure what happened on his first engagement. But now he can push alongside the Force Commander perhaps. Shuriken Cannon on the field for Ol'Smithy. What's going on with the Sorcerer? Got incredibly low. Bunch of dead Orks here too. Looks like the Kommando knob also got very low. Grenades going in. Bad place to be, Scout fellas. Some really good grenades there. Battle-crying Force Commander again. Guardians being pushed forward. Warp Spider Exarch goes down. It's all going on. Farseer in amongst some Marines, but she's getting quite low herself. Doesn't have her Howling Banshees around at the moment. Now being stuck in melee. I think she's going to be alright. Apothecary's on retreat path though. So are these Marines. Down she goes. I should never have said she'd be alright. Apothecary must run from the Shuriken. They don't have a great way to deal with it. It could just go around, I suppose. That's a pretty good way to deal with it. Default knight. Those scouts didn't get away, I guess. Farseer down, Warp Spider down. Can the Sorcerer get some reviving going on? They're both kind of far forward, eh? Shuriken has moved up. And now the Howling Banshees are on the prowl with those power weapons, looking to chop up some Marines. They may be able to provide cover for a revive attempt. The Kommando knob here with the Assassin's Knife takes out a Chaos Space Marine. 70 DPS melee, which is pretty good. Not amazing, but it does have the awesome Assassinate and Tripper Shot abilities. Storm Boy's on the way. I mean, 70 DPS is pretty damn strong for a tier 1 weapon, I think. More Heretics on the way for Sidorovich. What is this? Eldar putting some pressure on the VP, but now there's an Assault Squad for default knight. Has not replaced the scouts. Apothecary can support these guys superbly well with his heal. And there's the Purification Rites as well. Jumping the Shuriken. There is another Shuriken in play. Lots of pew-pew from the Guardians, focusing down the Apothecary there. And he has to run. Shotgun blast going in. Knocking back the Farseer. Throws guide on the Guardians. And the other Shuriken gets jumped. There's triple Guardians here to shoot these fellas. But can they stop them retreating that thing off? They cannot. And now they get jumped. Do they have any grenades available? Maybe these guys do. No, they're using their energy to fleet away. Force Commander in the back lines now. Some Tactical Marines trading shots with the Guardians. No, the Guardians are shooting scouts who do drop a model And we have Devastators in the mid, thanks to DarkAngel. Double Assault Marines for Default Knight. Look at the amount of damage these guys soaked up, and he didn't even drop a model. Warp Spider Exarch back to his feet. Could be used maybe to tie up the Tactical Marines in these fights. Howling Banshees are war shouting for Ol'Smithy, but now they're being suppressed in the firing arc of that heavy bolter. Could maybe use the Banshees to draw fire and then fleet these guys up for a grenade, but they don't have their battle equipment yet. And the fleet does lower the damage of the grenade, but it's more about disrupting them. Double CSM, no Eternal War though. Sidorovich is into tier 2 in fact, with Bloodletters on the way. Blue team all still in tier 1. Sluggers looking for a fight. Shooter boys with big shooters as well. Kommando's off the field at the moment, I believe. They didn't want to engage those sluggers at all, look. Without Eternal War. Sanguine Chainsword is in for the Apothecary. Healing on hits. And we have the Armor of Purity too. Reducing the cooldown of the heal, which means Purification Rites can proc more often. Farseer with a good special there. Shuriken sets up, but I think she's too far away to throw Guide on it. I'd expected her to stay on the Devastators there, but she got a bit low. Looks like Default Knight is going to be the last play in tier 2. Double Assault Marines aren't cheap. These guys taking a whole bunch of damage. Where's the heal? I guess the heal wasn't available. Other fellas jump out. No models lost yet. Anything on that Warp Spider? We may see Entangling Web to help deal with the double Assault Marines. Maybe a Wraith Lord as well. Guardians coming up for Ol'Smithy, replacing Guardians that have been lost. Assault Squad jump. These are from DarkAngel. And Sluggers piling in too. Storm Boys also joining the fun. That would have been very scary very quickly for those Banshees, but they got away. Kommando level 2 with his fancy knife. What is Sidorovich up to? Pushing down the east side, kind of. This is a contested power, actually, that the Orks have built up here. Still no Eternal War on the CSM. Spent that power getting Bloodletters up. And a quick tier 2. And there's the Rod of Warpfire coming in. Mid is staying blue for now, looks like. Farseer is back. Perhaps the Gravity Blade against all these Assault Marines. Would like to see some Wraith Lords stomping around though. Attacks there with their fast capping, grabbing the erect point, but they may eat a grenade for doing so. Back to the southeast corner though. Sluggers getting close enough to force the CSM to run. Somehow have 3 models on those guys, 100 hit points. Sorcerer's level 2. Heretics in a really bad spot. Storm Boys, they don't have their Nob Leader yet. Although I think they were already in retreat when they jumped, so they wouldn't have stunned them. Heretics make it out. They'll reinforce nice and cheaply, like 12 per model or something. Tier 3 for WH40k, so maybe looking for a quick Seer Council to deal with these Assault Marines rather than a Wraith Lord. Dreadnought coming up for DarkAngel. Grenade in the garrison. Kills one of the fellas. Banshees now war shouting and chopping up some Marines. Force Commander trying to help out with some battle cry disruption. Those special attacks also buffing nearby allies. I don't think they buff you if you're in a garrison though. You can't hear the battle cry or something. Double shooters moving up. These guys don't have big shooters, but they're getting a Nob Leader, so plenty of Daka. Can they create angles here to get around the Shuriken? Bloodletter's coming up. Oh, they quickly phase out to avoid all of the Daka there. Those guys are demons with power melee Hellblaze doing huge amounts of damage, can teleport on you. And we got some melee heretics now with the Aspiring Champion. What does the Kommando do here? I thought he was going to try and chuck a stun grenade in, but he got a bit too close, I think. There's tier 3 for Ol'Smithy too. Where's the Dreadnought? Here it is. Starts off as a melee combatant. And sticking with it for now. Wrist-mounted flamer. Big chunks of damage. Splash damage too. Assault Squad get their Sergeant. What about these fellas? Yep, they both have Sergeants for Default Knight. Big old melee fight here. CSM's very, very close in that fight for some reason. There's a stun bomb. which does stun some friendlies, but these guys need to run. Bloodletter's dropped one model. Dreadnought on a rampage now. Yeah, Howling Banshees do not want to fight that guy. Aspect of fleetness means they don't even have their spear. Farseer, still no war gear and no levels on her. Here's the Seer Council for OrangeMuppet. A Chaos Dreadnought for Sidorovich. I wonder if it will get Mark of Tzeentch to missile that guy down. It might be just be that it's Mark of Khorne time. And you can teleport it out and all that stuff. Demonic Summoning. Spewing out Bloodletters. Also allows you to reinforce off it, but there's nothing there to reinforce. Do you get XP for killing these guys? I wonder. Dreadnoughts getting an Assault Cannon. Ol'Smithy. Saving up for something. Doesn't have the red to drop Seer Council in, which is what the Farseer can do. But you can just purchase them like OrangeMuppet is. Right Lance getting shots. Oh, with cracked shot on it, look. Global buff from the Warp Spider Exarch boosting damage and range, basically like the Farseer's guide. Tied up and jumped and maybe wiped here. Took a long time to get away. I think maybe OrangeMuppet was hoping the Banshees could clean that up a little bit quicker. Here come the Seer Council though, and they are a massive threat to the Assault Marines. Look at that. Two of them die immediately with those power melee leaps into combat. The Seer Council will also provide a damage resistance aura to ranged fire around them, which they themselves benefit from. Is that blue aura you see. So they can really help you push with the Eldar. If you have stuff alongside them like Autarchs and Avatars and some Howling Banshees and stuff, you can get a really nasty melee blob going. Huge damage to the Force Commander. And these days, they can get heavy melee spears, so they could massively threaten this Dreadnought as well. At the moment, they're keeping their power melee Witchblades. Plasma Cannon on the way for DarkAngel. There's tier 3 for Besik, 3v3. War Truck, where are you? 395 to 371. I think the War Truck's okay. What kind of Dreadnought do we have? We do have a Mark of Tzeentch, awesome. Don't get to see them all that often. Missile Launcher will mess up vehicles, and the Frenzied Barrage will damage and suppress infantry. Mid is red, 2-1. It's very close on the VPs. There's a Merciless Strike. Nice hit on double Guardians there. The other fella's got away from it. There's a bunch of fleeting to try and escape. But they may have to just run. Warp Spider Exarch gets the cap and then teleports the hell away. He's got no war gear, this guy. Also still level 1. It's really difficult to kill Marines. Dark Creepers on the way for OrangeMuppet. Fire Prism taking big hits from something. Oh, Plasma Cannon hit maybe. Guide on the Howling Banshees, scaring off the Assault Marines. Oh, it's a Las Cannon, I think that got a hit. It's a Las Cannon back here. Uh-oh. Banshees almost wiped on that Plasma Cannon shot. 4 hit points. But I think they're okay. Assault Squad getting a heal, which helps them. Seer Council all split up, strangely. Apothecary's having a go. But he can't fight him really that well. And they don't have their heavy melee spears yet, so they can't go after the Dreadnought, really. Power bashing here from the Chaos fellas. Dreadnought, of course, needs to be careful being this far up. Can get melted. Tier 3 for Default Knight. Sidorovich and DarkAngel still in tier 2. Force Commander struggling. There we go. Assault Cannon Barrage. Sidorovich did well there. Takes down the Dreadnought. Got some power bashing. Not sure if this guy's going to get away though. The Chaos Dreadnought does not get away. Was that worth losing your Dreadnought? If he was a bit more live to it, he could have just retreated the Sorcerer earlier and maybe warped it out in time after the gen went down, after the Dreadnought went down, I mean. Dark Creepers. And a downed Warp Spider Exarch. I'm not sure what happened to these guys. Why did they leave? We got some Plasma Gun Tax, level 3. Oh, they got Plasma Cannon probably. And those Dark Creepers are heavy infantry, so I wonder if these guys can trade with them at level 3. They can pop their crack-on bolts for more DPS as well. 267, 371. I hear the Banshees. What are they up to? Scaring off some Storm Boys, apparently. Double cap for the red team. Besik 333 still doesn't have anything out in tier 3. What does the Kommando have? It's got the Mega Boom kit now. Makes his stun bomb better. I'm not sure how it makes the stun bomb better. It's longer duration, maybe. Oh, he's found the Bright Lance. Can use Assassinate on it to stab it pretty good. Doesn't need to. Down it goes. Fire Prism gets a decent shot on the Sluggers, but there was some friendly fire there. Doom Bolts. Decent hit. Heretics can't fight the Sluggers. Bloodletters are teleporting onto the back lines. They could have fought the Sluggers decently well, I think. Here comes the Dreadnought. Again. Sidorovich with another Marco Zinch fella. And Sluggers wiped. Bloodletters on retreat path. Nicely done. Retreating units taking 30% more damage from melee attacks. For those I don't know. Why are you guys so red? Oh, that was Reaper's Grasp. Does it shut down jumps as well? I think it does. I know it stops you from teleporting, but I think it stops jumping abilities also. These Bloodletters need to be careful. Yep, run away, fellas. Red team can retake the mid. Seer Council also up here for Ol'Smithy. Again, they're keeping their power melee Witchblades for now. More effective against all this infantry, since they'll get bonus damage against heavy infantry, whereas heavy melee will just get full damage. But of course you can crack the vehicles with it. Speaking of vehicles, Besik 333 has a looted tank. Double fire prisms here doing some work, eh? Need to keep their distance ideally. Oh, can they wipe these Assault Marines here? Seer Councils are really good chasers, saved by the clutch shotgun blast of DarkAngel, and they made it out. Got some missile attacks here. They can threaten the fire prisms. Oh no, are these guys going to get out though? They do not. Those are one of the Fault Knights, I believe. Yeah. 168 to 371. And the red team are holding the mid quite well at the moment. Apothecary mixing it up, level 5. Is it time for advanced healing? There's quite a lot of Marines here. Don't see all that often these days, I feel like. Melter Bomb, is that a rear armor hit? It was a rear armor hit. I did half the hit points of that Fire Prism. Dark Creepers, oh, they may go down. I think they're okay. They can't jump again, those guys. Grenade was intended for the Assault Marines. Tactical Marines popping, and they shall know no fear. Slowing them down, but making them much more durable. Doesn't help against the Fire Prisoner, does it? In the southeast corner, we get some capping chaos stuff. Oh, the tank is down. Dreadnought dealt with it, I guess. Was that a tank buster barrage? Indeed it was. Besik 333 has tons of red, so we could see a rocks on the mid maybe. Oh, Terminator Force Command is in play. Right here, look. Power fisting some Seer Council. He will take huge amounts of damage from them, but can he pick off those models quickly enough? Looks like he can't. Gave it a good go. What are these guys doing? They are going to die. Unfortunate there. Ol'Smithy forgot all about him, I think. 79 to 371. And some Space Marine Terminators are in for Default Knight. Storm Bolters and Power Fists. And they know how to use them. More Terminators now for DarkAngel. That's a Melter Bomb. That's definitely a rear armor hit. Can it survive? Yeah, this Fire Prism needs to move as well. May see some Cyclone Missile Launchers to deal with these Fire Prisms. Is that Dark Reapers wiping over there? Yep, Ol'Smithy's Dark Reapers wiped. The Seer Council are okay. They're back at base. Assault Squad trying to grab mid. There's that Reaper's Grasp again. Nice tool to have against Terminators because they can't teleport away. Here comes a Cyclone Missile Launcher. And a Knob Squad for Besik. Havocs here with a standard heavy bolter. Standard issue for Havocs. It can get a really awesome autocannon or, of course, a las cannon. Can't suppress these fellas. That's nuke bait right there. Look at that. Down to 28 VPs, the blue team. Can they pull it back? Ol'Smithy needs to stabilize their roster a bit. They've had some losses. The Sword Squad jumping in. Just to get the Melter Bomb, I think. Yeah, I don't think that was worth it, fellas. Eldritch. Eldritch Storm chucked in there, I think, by OrangeMuppet. Got some decent hits. Did some good damage to those Terminators. There's a Rocks, though. Is that going to take out the Fire Prism? It does. Unlucky there. A bit, I think, not to get that thing away. That was OrangeMuppets. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Can they hold on the mid? Dreadnought limping away. I think he's alright, though. There's a Reaper Barrage. A source of suppression, I believe. And the jump. Angels of Death has been activated by the Apothecary, one of his globals, reducing damage by 50% and giving you some knockback immunity, I believe. Uses it to jump those guys in and get them away. That was a Purification Rites heal. Level 7 Apothecary here. 28 to 338. And an Assault Cannon on the Terminator Force Commando. Almost 60 piercing DPS. That's like 2 Tech Marines in your arm. Almost. You got some Time Field shenanigans and Spirit Stones are in. Level 4 Farseer all of a sudden. Warp Spider level 2, no War Gear still. Sorcerer has the Demon Armor for Demonic Shield. Maybe looking to help stabilize on the mid with it. Knob Squad, do you have any upgrades, fellas? They do, they have their fancy hammers. Dark Reapers versus Terminators. Reaper Barrage, they do not have the... Also, they don't have their Exarch over there. I think. Can the Seer Council get into this mess and do something? Need that Spirit Stone's heal to go off, I think. Don't see it. I do see Guide on the Seer Council. Yeah, I did not see any Spiritual Rites. She had plenty of energy for it. 28, 319, 1-to-1 cap. What is all this? We have a Whirlwind from the Fortnite. Uh-oh, Dreadnought's in trouble. Tank Buster Barrage. Didn't even need it in the end. I'm not sure what finished it off there. Havocs get jumped. There's some Tzeentchian worship. Marco Tzeent CSM in the garrison for some reason. Means probably that they can't all fire on the same target. Oh, they chucked a stun grenade in there. Blind grenade, sorry. So rare to see that actually be used. 28 to 303. Double cap. Besik 333 getting another looted tank. We do have Dark Reapers up for both of the Eldar fellas, so they could maybe focus down one of the Terminator squads if they can chain together the Reaper's Grasp thing, because there's no librarians around to help out. Angels of Death helping these guys trade with the Seer Council, maybe. Lasts a decent amount of time. Here's some Dark Reapers, though. The Seer Council run. Really good usage of that ability there, and there's a heal. Bring these guys up mostly to full again. Level 4 Assault Marines. Still holding on to the 2-to-1. Here comes another Fire Prism. I think they need an Avatar. These fellas need an Avatar up, I think, to draw some fire, soak up some damage. Eldritch takes out the Whirlwind. Almost hit the looted tank as it came rolling in. Commando's level 4. There's that D cannon doing work. That's going to be useful. Not sure what this looted tank is up to. Hiding behind the garrison there. This Seer Council's not really been healed up a lot. Walk Spiders down. Double cap for blue team. VP says DarkAngel. Indeed. Land Red of Phobos on the way for Sidorovich. And here's a Predator tank on the way. What level is that Apothecary? Level 7. It's got big fat heals coming off him. Now I think this thing can suppress, right? It doesn't say it on the tooltip. But assault cannons held by Terminators are usually enough courage damage to suppress things. Now he's getting lightning claws though, look. That's a singularity. Storm Boys survived. There's that Reaper's Grasp. It also slows down by 25%. So even if the unit can't teleport or jump, it's worth using. It does lower the damage of the Dark Reapers though. That is very worth noting. You need other things around you to deal the DPS. 28-187. Storm Boys jumping in, stunning those poor CSM. But the Storm Boys didn't got messed up. I think it was a warp fire in there, was it? No, maybe not. Not sure what knocked him over there. 28-177. Might be worth auto-cannoning this thing. We do have a Zinc Shrine, providing some defensive buffs to these Chaos fellas and shooting out Doom Bolts. Although it's kind of far away to do that on the VP. Here's the Predator, and there's an Orbital. You also see the Phobos here. Phobos is clear of the Orbital. Cyclone Missile Launcher. Getting some really good hits. And another one on the Phobos. Look at that damage. That was huge. Triple cap for blue now. Can they hold on? We do have 2 D cannons. Where's the other one? Oh, it's back at base. I see, I guess, the Warp Spider Exarch on blue team's natural VP now. Seer Council going for the tank. Without their fancy spears, they still got it down. Looted tank goes down also. Down goes the Kommando knob. Phobos is so low, needs some repairs badly. It is being repaired. It's also getting tank busted though. It survives. Barrage. It does not survive the barrage. 28-72 on the VPs. Dark Reaper's a bit too close. Maybe. They're trying to get DPS onto the Terminators, I think. Being tied up though, fellas. Need to be very careful. Leveling up to 4 though. Can they escape these Power Fists? Looks like they can. More Dark Reapers with their Reaper's Grasp. Again, lowers the damage. They still got a model though. Warp Spider Exarch with some reviving. And he's got the Shimmer Orb for capping. And red team get the mid. And can they get their natural back? Look at this. His level 4 Assault Marines going beast mode again. Lots of damage, and then they run. They need to get that VP back quickly. Seer Council are quite quick on their feet. They're going for it. There's a Shimmer Orb. Prevents all range damage coming in. You can, of course, just run up to the stuff in there and smack it in the face. Terminator Force Commander using his bulk to brute force a decap there. Can't get the cap, though. Ah, the Imperial Abyss massively wasted there by Sidorovich. He's got a late game Blood Crusher, look. That is weird. It's in tier 3. Could save up for a Great Unclean one, maybe. Or some Terminators of his own. Some Brave Guardians now trying to cap. Shimmer Orb thrown in. Seer Council and Bloodletters having to go on the back lines, messing up some commandos. And we have a Librarian too. That should help the Terminators feel a bit safer. If he survives, that is. Seer Council going after him, and the Seer Council will take him down. So much for the Librarian then. Seer Council doing really good work pushing these guys back, and they make it away. Singularity actually pulled them away from the Eldritch. There's 2 nukes on the mid that the red team have kind of wasted there. Can they finish off these Assault Marines? They cannot. Dark Creepers need to retarget on the Terminators. There we go. Grenades chucked in. D-Cannon's going to get jumped. Fire Prism's low. 1 VP left on the blue team. Blood Crusher in there. Go on, fella. Attacks are fast capping though. And the Blood Crusher's chasing the Terminators instead. There's the cap. 2-1 for blue. Blue team are a little bit depleted. There's those Dark Creepers. Level 4 Dark Creepers of OrangeMuppet doing huge amounts of damage. What about the other fellas? Other fellas are almost level 4. Red team retaking the mid. Can they do it in time? Look at this. Blob capping Orks on the VP there. Think the blue team have done enough. Yep, there it is. On 1 VP, the blue team take it. Incredibly close. Level 9 Apothecary here. Had some really good runs up the east side with his Assault Marines. Did really good work with that. Terminator Force Commando who can't level up. Had a level 5 Kommando down at the end on this VP here. Level 5 Warp Spider Exarch. Level 7 Farseer. And a level 7 Sorcerer down. It's a close one. I mean, you don't get closer. Thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.